Hi, welcome to our session today, Yoga for Everybody. My name is Skyla Ramirez. Let's get started. We are going to work a lot on the lower back and the hips today, both strengthening, stretching, and stabilizing these energies. So as you come to standing, let's start with taking the feet out wider than the hips. Turn your right toe out to the side, and as you do, bend that right knee. Let's extend the arms out to find a warrior two expression. Looking over your right fingertips, flip that right palm up, reach it to the sky. Taking a big breath into your upper right lung. Lower that left hand down. Imagine you're trying to reach down for the outer blade of your left foot while you keep that right knee bend and reach up overhead. Big inhale. Exhale, right hand to the right thigh, flip the left palm up. And take the left palm all the way over your head, pushing down into the outer blade of the left foot. Let's rock this back and forth a little bit. Inhale, take it up. Right arm up, leaning back, right knee is bent. Exhale, right hand down, left arm over the head. Just 2 or 3 more like this. Inhale, bring it up. Lean back, reach up. Exhale, forward, reach it overhead. At least 1 or 2 more. Inhale, right arm extension, left arm reaching down. Exhale, forward. Hold it in this forward position. Let's circle that left hand back towards our hip, down and around a few times. So we're going to make some big dynamic circles, which are going to help to loosen up from your back left heel all the way up to that left shoulder blade. 1 more time around. Inhale, big circle. Take the left hand to the low back. Let's straighten the right leg. Push back through your tailbone into that left heel region. And then maybe take your right elbow down to the right thigh. So we are definitely deepening that stretch on your left hip over the SI joint as well. Option to lengthen that left arm straight up. Maybe even reach the right arm down, coming into a big expression of triangle pose. Holding it here, press your left shoulder back, press the right shoulder forward, and maybe even push your right arm against your leg and the leg against the arm. This can stabilize your shoulder. Let's all bend that right knee. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Exhale, hands to the hips, resetting that low back. Turn the right toe in and the left toe out. Bending that left knee, let's extend the arms out, finding our strong warrior two expression. From here, we'll flip that left palm up, reach it to the sky, take a big breath into your left lung, keep bending the left knee, lower the right hand down, reaching to the outer blade of the right foot and out of your left armpit. 1 more big inhale. Exhale, left hand onto the left thigh, right arm comes up. We'll flip the palm up and reach it over the head, stretching from the outer part of your right foot through the right fingertips, keeping that bend in the left knee. Let's flow it. Rising up, inhale, left arm up, right arm to the right foot. Exhale, left hand to the thigh, right arm overhead. Actively hinging at the waist each time we move so that the knees stay really still, but there's a lot of rocking through the tailbone on this. 1 more. Inhale, reach. Left knee is bent. Exhale down. Right arm overhead. From here, we could come down onto that left elbow. Moving into those big circles, take the right arm behind you. Sweep it down and around past the hip, pressing down into the outer blade of the right foot, working that stretch through all of the connecting tissues that go from the feet up through the trunk of the body, connecting to your shoulder girdle, neck, and head. 1 more time. Let's reach it straight up with that right arm. Open the left arm. So you have the left palm open and we're pressing on the inside of that left leg, pressing the arm into the leg and the leg into the arm. Feeling as if we can roll that right shoulder back a little more, pressing forward with your left armpit and left shoulder. Take in a big breath here. Exhale, relax that right arm. Let's bend our left knee, coming up to warrior two, extending out through the fingertips. And now resetting the hips, hands to the thighs, toes forward, standing straddle. From here, let's inhale the arms straight up and overhead. As we exhale, we're swan diving, arms to the side, pushing the hips back, keeping a flat back, keeping the knees straight, but not locked. It's a fine line between a lockout and a straight leg here. Let's reach back through our fingertips as we work on strengthening and stabilizing your low back and your hips. Hands can come to the thighs at any point. Take in a big breath here. And now exhale, completely relax. Let your head hang loose. Shake it yes, and turn it left and right. To safely exit this pose, let's press into our thighs, coming up about halfway. Turn the heels in, the toes out, and bend the knees deep, finding a pretty conservative plie position. From here, we'll walk the hands up, reach the arms up overhead into a five-pointed star. Take the feet out just a little wider with that plie. Exhale, pull the elbows behind you. Let the ribs protrude out forward. Flip the hips back and come into a gentle plie squat. Inhale, arms come straight up overhead. Exhale, elbows back, ribs forward, knees bend, pressing the hips back. A couple more like this. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it down, working on some mobility through that hip hinge, protecting and preserving our low back and spine, encouraging just a little more weight to load into the thighs. One more, big breath in, reach it up. Exhale, bring it down. Let's place the hands down on the thighs to work a little bit with rotation around those hip joints. Taking our right hand across to the left leg. As we do this, naturally, maybe our right knee wants to twist in. We're going to reach to the right while we press our right knee back. Press your right hip back. So as we reach, right hand to the left thigh, right hip, right knee, press back. We're going to avoid that twist through the lower body. Let's bring it to neutral. From here, taking the left hand over onto the right thigh this time. And as the left hand goes across to the right thigh, the natural pattern of movement is to have the hip falling in. So as we reach forward, we want to make sure that we reach with the left hand over to the right thigh, but keep pushing your left hip back. This is going to help to stabilize that knee joint. Let's bring it to center, hold it here. Right hand across, again, noticing that the right hip is going to turn in. So press your right hip back, right knee back. Bring it to center, left hand across, pushing your left knee and left hip back. We're going to get this foundational movement down, isolating the hips and pelvis, and then build. Bring it to center one more time. Maybe come down a little deeper, maybe push the hips back a little more. When you're ready, take that right hand across to the left leg. And if that right hip turns in, push that right hip back. Keep your back flat with the hips pushing back. Bring it to center, left hand to the right thigh. Push your left hip back. Or another way to say it is push your right hip forward to get that little swivel. Let's come to center. Inhale, bring the arms up, elbows into the side, knees are bent. Inhale, reach it up overhead, press the palms together. Exhale, bend the knees, pull the elbows in, flip the palms up, and now turn to the left at the waist, pushing your right hip and right knee back. Inhale, come to center, press it overhead. Exhale, bring it down, palms are up, twist to the right, push your left hip back. Couple more, inhale, up to center. Exhale down, twist just at the waist. Inhale up. Exhale to the right, twisting at the waist. Just one more on each side. We're really trying to wring out those kidneys, intestines, and gut. Inhale, bring it up, opening the lungs, last time to twist, bringing out the lower lungs and the kidneys. Inhale, bring it up, nice big breath in. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Bring the feet in, a little more narrow than hips width. So we definitely want to have those feet inside the frame of the body for this next big twist for your hips. Let's step our left foot back, a casual stride. As we step that left foot back, we're bending our right knee. Having the hands at the heart, we may want to look down at our feet, possibly lifting that left heel and turning it back a little more. That way we see that both of our toes are tracking forward. This is going to line up the leg bones in a specific way. We might get a better stretch with this alignment. Bending our right knee. Inhale, take the arms straight up and overhead. Traditional warrior one. On the next exhale, swan diving. Hands come down, stop for an airplane. Reaching the hands back, working on strengthening the pelvis and hips. While we're here, start to feel like there's an energy in the left hip pulling in towards the right knee. So we're going to allow a little bit of twist through that left hip. From here, turning towards the right, left hip is dropping in. Bring the hands onto your right thigh. Keeping the hands on the right thigh, we're lowering down a little more. Imagine that left shoulder passing over your right knee and start to pull your right shoulder back. So we're finding a twist here. Option to straighten that right leg, left leg and right leg straight. So we're moving into a revolved or twisted triangle pose. Let's slowly take that right hand to the low back, focusing just on rotation now in your waist. Rolling that right shoulder back, exhale all the way. Take a surprise breath. Pull everything in and up, and now twist a little more through the waistline. We could look up over that right shoulder. This would be the greatest balance challenge for us. We could also look more down towards the outside of our right foot. This might be a little more neutral in alignment for the neck. No matter where you are with this, push into the inside blades of your feet. Press into that back left heel as we hold this twisted triangle. So this twisted triangle can challenge us with balance, stability, mobility, strength. It's just a really well-rounded physical posture for the body, especially if you've had to sit a lot. Inhale into that upper right lung. Roll it back a little more. We are holding this pose just a little longer. Maybe hopefully repaving some different neurological pathways or ingraining some new healthy patterns of movement into the body. When you're ready, slowly bend that right knee. Easy does it. We're taking our left hip and shoulder back as one unit. Unwinding out of the twisting triangle. From here, hands to the hips. Coming into our grounded expression with warrior one. Bring the arms overhead. Nice big breath in. Adding in a small balance challenge here. Your right leg is forward and left leg is back. Come forward and lift your left knee. Adding in just a little bit of a balance challenge with a hip flexor strengthener. Take the left leg back. Stay high on the ball of your foot. Bend the right knee. That back left heel stays lifted. When you're ready, come forward and lift the knee. Just one more. Take that left leg back. Big inhale, come forward and lift the knee. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Relax everything. Shake off the shoulders, shake out the knees and the ankles. All right, we are going to do the other side. So when you're ready, inhale. Feet are inside the frame of the hips. Inhaling the arms overhead. Stepping our right foot back this time. Bending the left knee. Looking down at our feet. Naturally, that right heel is going to turn in. That's just what our body does. But to challenge the alignment, we're going to lift that right heel. Turn it back so that both hips are angled straight forward, both toes are straight forward. That means the femur bones, the actual largest bone in our body, is centered in the hip joint. Let's press that right heel back while we bend the left knee. Arms are extending into traditional warrior one. Exhale, swan diving just halfway down, or maybe even just a quarter of the way. At this point, making sure that that left knee is still bent. We're able to push back and down into the right heel. Roll more into the inner blades of the feet. So the whole sole of the foot is going to stay anchored to the earth, but there's more effort or awareness in pushing down into the inner blades. When you're ready, take that right arm across to your left leg and start to gently let that right hip fall in towards your left knee. So we are encouraging that rotation through the hip, the sacrum and tailbone region, then through the belly, the chest, the neck, and the head. Option to come down a little more in our twist, passing that right shoulder over the left knee, and maybe take the left knuckles to your low back. Inhaling into the upper left chest, roll the left shoulder back. Option to straighten that left leg. Keep pressing into the inner blades of the feet, and especially back into that right heel. The spine is long and it is twisting. Holding it here, we can always look over the shoulder or down at the floor. Exhale all the way, surprise breath. Pull in, twist a little more. Holding it there. 3, 2, 1, hold it. Option to extend the top arm, maybe the bottom arm. So we are in that twisting triangle. And again, we are staying just a little longer here. Really, hopefully working a little more on endurance. Pull the muscles up in your pelvis. Pull the belly button in. Strong core. Act surprised. Hold it, hold it, hold it. 3, 2, 1. Let's bend that left knee. Lower the left hand. Taking the left hip and shoulder forward. Right shoulder and hip back. So we're moving the trunk of the body, shoulders and hips, as one unit to align the spine. Inhale, coming up with the arms, traditional warrior one. Hold it there, bending that front knee, pressing back into our right foot. When you're ready, option to add in that little balance challenge. Tapping forward with that right toe, lifting the right knee. Inhale, bring it back, keeping that right heel lifted. Hold it here in place. Inhale, bring it forward and lift. Exhale, take it back. Planting the foot. Just 1 or 2 more. Inhale, push off. Bring the knee up. Exhale back. Maybe just 1 more. Last one. Inhale, bring it up. And now step it to center. Lower your hands down. Shake off the shoulders, shake off the legs and the feet. All right, let's try a little bit of a crisscross movement today to work more with the hips and add in more shoulder rotation. So I am going to attempt to mirror teach this. So the left and right might seem confusing, but I promise if you just follow my left and right cueing, we will get into the pose. From wherever you are, take the feet so that they are inside the frame of the body. We're going to cross the left leg over the right. Having your left leg over your right leg, bend the knees, maybe hold it right here, or maybe take that leg up and you can cross it really high. If you want, take the left ankle on top of your right thigh. So we're going to allow the hips to discover any unique expression today that could help us to feel grounded, help us to feel balanced. And at the same time, we are going to work on stretch and mobility in the hips while we're stabilizing. So our left leg is over, right leg, we are standing on that right foot. Let's take the arms in front of us. Take your right hand, cross it over the left arm, and from here you could give yourself a hug. Or with the right arm over the left, you can wind up the arms a few times. Maybe the palms pressed together in front of the face. Maybe it's the back of the hand touching the palm of another hand. You can really rotate those wrists in any unique way for this pose. So we have our left leg crossed over, right arm crossed over. Press the shoulders away from your ears and try pulling your elbows up to shoulder height. Shoulders press down, elbows pull up. At the most, those elbows are at the height of maybe the armpits. We don't want to lift those elbows too high. It's one single bone that we're manipulating from the shoulder to the elbow here. So press the shoulders down, lift the elbows up, and you might start to feel some interesting sensations in your shoulders. It could be in the rotator cuff or even in the neck. Hold it there. Breathe into the back of your body. One more big breath. And now exhale, lower the foot, lower the arms, unravel those arms and hands. Let those shoulders be nice and loose. Let's uncross the legs, starting with the feet close. This time we're crossing our right leg over. So the right leg can stay low on the floor. It can be a high crossover. We could even open it up so that it is the right ankle on the top of the left leg. So we're doing eagle pose. The legs for eagle are usually quite strenuous. Traditionally, you would cross your top leg over and you would hook your ankle behind your calf. This can be very hard on the knees and the hips. So we're finding a happy medium to meet our body where it is, especially if we've had to sit a lot already. The crossover is enough of a stretch. The figure 4 is enough of a stretch. Meet your body where it is. Right leg dominant, standing on the left leg. We're working on balance. So take the arms out. Right leg over. So now it's the left arm over, giving ourselves a hug, or winding up those arms a few times. We're pressing the shoulders away from the ears, lifting the elbows to shoulder height. And again, this is one bone here, just one bone, the humerus bone. So we want to make absolutely sure that that bone is not totally stressed out. We don't want to put that bone in an unnatural angle. It can irritate your rotator cuff. It can even irritate the wrist and the fingers. Press the shoulders down, elbows at the most at the height of your armpits. Breathe into the back of your body. Moving the back of the lungs behind the heart. Moving the back of the lungs and the middle back as well. So it's the ribs that are going to flare out when you inhale. At least 2 or 3 more breaths here, holding this a little longer. Lots of stabilization today. With that stabilization is strength. One more big inhale, and now slowly unwind. Let's step both feet onto the floor. Shake it out. Move those arms around a little bit. All right, let's find any very comfortable standing position. We're just going to fly the arms. Inhale, arms fly up. Palms go forward, arms fly back. Inhale, palms fly up. Palms are facing each other. And now palms forward, sweep it back. Close the eyes. Try 3 more like that. Inhale. Press the palms in and now turn them forward. Circle it back. Reach up and out of your armpits. Inhale. Closing the eyes, palms forward, focusing on what we feel. Reach, sweep it back. At least 1 or 2 more. Matching the movement to the breath so that the movement of the diaphragm, the breathing muscles and the lungs, the movement of the organs are all going to ever so carefully be nestled into the spine. We're going to maximize our range of motion with the breath that way. Inhale, reach the arms up. Lace the fingers over your head. Invert the palms. Push it overhead. Lean to the right. Let the pressure move out into the outer blade of that left hip. Push into your left foot. Inhale through center. Lean over to the left. Lean into your right hip. Lean into that right leg. This is they call it the palm gesture, but it also looks like a crescent moon. Bring it through center. Inhale, press straight up. Exhale, halfway swan dive. Sweep the arms in front of you. Inhale, bring it up. 2 more. Exhale, swan dive, just halfway. Keep the head higher than the heart higher than the hips. Last one. It's a little gentle mobility and a little strengthening in that low back. Let's bring our hands together at the heart for closing. Focus on at least 3 to 5 big inhales. Exhale from your throat. Big sighs of relief. At least 1 more to close. And from here, we can close together. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste, everybody. I'll see you hopefully on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday of this week. Y'all have a great day.